Welcome to the basic configuration of the CAME FROG-X underground automation for swing gates up to 4 meters, and its ZLB24S control board. This tutorial explains how the function buttons work, the wizard configuration during the first installation, the overview of the main menu and the configuration menu, the automatic closing time, the command inputs, and finally the advantages of the CAME key and the product codes. First of all, let's explain the function of the function buttons. The escape button allows you to exit the menu, cancel changes, return to the previous screen, and stop the gate in motion. The arrow buttons allow you to navigate through the menu items, increase or decrease a value, and give commands to open and close the gate. The enter button allows you to enter the menus and confirm your choice. At the first start, the automation suggests to run the wizard for configuring the system. If you are outside of this procedure, you can proceed to manually configure the system. The control board is supplied in English. At the first startup, you are asked to select the desired language. Use the arrow keys to select it, and confirm with the Enter key. The first parameter to configure is the number of motors. This defines whether the gate is composed of a single or double leaf. Use the arrow keys to select whether the two motors M1 and M2 are present, or only the M2 motor. The next parameters to set are the length and weight of the gate leafs. Set the length of the gate leaf. And press Enter. Set the weight of the leaf. And press Enter. It is possible to install an electric lock in the gate, and control it from the control board. Here you set when to give the opening command to the electric lock, or if you use an electromagnetic lock. The FROG-X can be installed on either the left or right gate leaf. During opening, the left motor rotates clockwise, while the right motor rotates counterclockwise. These two different movements must be set on the control board. In the leaf opening direction menu, you define the opening direction of the two motors. The motor test verifies the correct opening direction of the leaves. With the left button you can open leaf M1, and with the right button you can open leaf M2. The FROG-X has a terminal block dedicated to wired safety devices with 4 input terminals, to connect photocells, and clean contact or resistive sensitive edges. The wizard asks us to set the first safety input CX, choosing between specific functions for photocells and sensitive edges in case of obstacle detection. In our case we will set the pair of photocells in C-1, i.e. gate reopening in case of obstacle detection during closing. Once the CX wire input is set, you move on to the next ones, CY, CZ and CK. To program a transmitter, the AF card must be installed inside the control board. First select the function to be associated at the transmitter button, and confirm with Enter to proceed with the acquisition of the button. Press the button to acquire. The display confirms the memorization, and shows the user number associated with that button. The procedure will wait for the acquisition of a new transmitter. If no new button to memorize is received, the procedure will move on to the next step. Let's move on to travel calibration. Press Enter to start the procedure. The calibration will perform a closing and then opening movement. Once the operation is completed, the automatic gate will be correctly calibrated. For the CE declaration of conformity of the gate, the impact forces must be measured. By activating the system test mode, the automation will not report errors related to obstacle detection after multiple consecutive impacts. The test mode will automatically deactivate 1 hour after activation. Once the wizard is complete, let's discover the items in the main menu: configuration, user management, information, timer management, language, and password. Inside the configuration menu you will find all the automation configuration parameters, motor and run settings, wired safety devices, command inputs, functions, times, manage lights, RSE communication, external memory, parameter reset, and the configuration wizard. To set the automatic closing time, select the configuration menu, then select times, and finally select automatic closing. Set the number of seconds before closing, and confirm with enter. To control the gate you can use one or more of the 5 command inputs: stop, opening, partial opening, closing, and programmable input. In case of using input 2 and 7, it will be necessary to configure the type of command between step-by-step and sequential. All the configuration and much more can be done via smartphone, thanks to the CAME key, the tool for easily configuring all your CAME automations from your phone. We conclude with the product codes relating to the Frog-X, including the 2 control boards, 230 volt and 110 volt, and the 2 foundation boxes, in steel, and in IC 304 steel. There are many other options and functions that can be found in the manual, which we invite you to consult on the site docs.came.com. We hope we have been useful to you, and we thank you for choosing CAME for your automatic gate.